Heyman at Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium on Friday night as the Atlanta Braves are hosting the Los Angeles Dodgers. Bottom of the fifth inning with the score 1-0 Atlanta. Great play coming up here by Jim Presley, the Braves' third baseman, as he snags this ball hit by Mike Sharperson and guns him out. And that ended the inning. A great play with two men on. Jim Presley with the glove and the throw to end the bottom of the fifth. In the top of the sixth with two on and two out, Hubie Brooks, the batter, against Steve Avery. He slices this single into right field for his 57th RBI of the season as Kirk Gibson scores, and it ties the score at one apiece. Brooks later added an RBI double in the game. In the bottom of the sixth, Mike Morgan, the batter. Once again, Jim Presley with the nice play as he dives and throws him out from his knees. That was the second out in the inning. In the bottom of the seventh inning, the Braves strike for two to take the lead. Greg Olson with the fielder's choice down to third base. Nice play by Sharperson as he goes to second for the force. And Juan Samuel is taken out at second base. Scoring on the play was Mark Lemke, RBI number 27 for Olson. Next batter up was Jeff Treadway. He sends this fly ball out into left field. Jeff Blauser scores, RBI number 48 for Treadway. And that made it 3-1 Atlanta. So the Braves score 2 runs in the inning on no hits, 3 walks, 1 fielder's choice, and a sacrifice fly. Kent Mercker got his second save of the season. Here he ends the game by striking out Cal Daniels. The final 3-2 Atlanta. The winner is Steve Avery as he wins for the first time in 6 starts. He's now 2-6. Mike Morgan takes the loss. He's 9-3.
Friday evening in Houston, in the top of the first inning of the Astros Padres game, making his first appearance since coming off the disabled list, Benito Santiago lifted a fly ball to left field. Roberto Alomar scored the game's first run. RBI 34 for Santiago, 1-0 San Diego. Then Gary Templeton lined a single to left center field. This knocked in Tony Gwynn, and the Padres led 2-0. This was the final, but there was plenty of action in this game. In the bottom of the first inning, the first of several fine defensive plays in this game, Franklin Stubbs with a fly ball to deep center field, and Darren Jackson with the fine running catch corralled it in. Nice catch by the San Diego center fielder. San Diego starter Ed Whitson pitched a fine game, going 8 1/3, allowing 7 hits, no runs, walking 2, striking out 5, including Rafael Ramirez in the bottom of the second inning. Then in the bottom fourth inning, a great play by Joe Carter in left field on Glenn Wilson's foul ball down the left field line. He tripped over the bullpen mound and with great concentration held on to the catch. And back in the dugout after the inning, he had a bloody lip. The beginning of a tough night for Carter. His second hit by pitch of the game. This came at the top of the sixth, and Carter wasn't too thrilled about that. Later in the inning, Santiago with a fly ball to right field. Glenn Wilson with the fine running catch into the wall in right field. Then he doubled off Carter, who was running on the hit, and the 9-2 put out. One more fine defensive play in the bottom of the ninth inning. Gary Templeton with the great diving stop on Mark Davidson's ground ball up the middle. The Padres didn't get a double play, but they won 2-0. Ed Whitson got the win. He's 9-7. Jim DeShays got the loss. He's 5-10. Greg left at 17 save.
Stump Merrill and the New York Yankees in Oakland Friday evening, looking for their 6th victory in a row. The A's would open up the scoring in the bottom of the 4th. Walt Weiss, with his 28th RBI, will single to right field. Jesse Barfield will come up throwing, but throw high off the plate. Terry Steinbach scoring, and it's 1-0 Oakland. Dave Stewart on the mound for the A's, facing Dave LaPointe. Stewart, unbeaten in his last 5 outings, will strike out the side in his 5th. He had 5 strikeouts through 5. In the bottom of the 5th, Terry Steinbach up with bases loaded and nobody out. And Steinbach will deliver with this single to left field, scoring Carney Lansford and Willie Randolph. RBIs 30 and 31 as the A's jump out in front 3-0. It remained 3-0 as Dave Stewart had retired 17 in a row into the 8th. Then after a walk and 1 out, Matt Noakes the batter, and Noakes will ground to McGuire, who makes the tag at first, throws to second off Jesse Barfield's hand, and Walt Weiss applies the tag for the double play, and Stewart gets out of the inning. A 2-hitter through 8 as the A's lead it 3-0. And that would be your final as Rick Honeycutt would come in after Dave Stewart pitched 8 2/3 innings to pick up his 5th save on the season, getting Mel Hall to strike out. The Yankees held to just 3 hits. Their 5-game winning streak is over. The A's win it 3-0. Stewart 16-8. LaPointe drops to 6-8 as the A's shut out the Yanks for the 4th time this year.
In New York, Darryl Boston and the New York Mets took on the Chicago Cubs in the top of the second inning with no score. Boston made a nice catch as he made a long running catch Off the drive by Hector Villanueva to the right center field gap. Nice catch by Boston. Then in the bottom of the inning, with Boston batting, Villanueva got crossed up on the pitch by Greg Maddux. Mackie Sassa scored. Mets led 1-0. Maddux was charged with the wild pitch. This was the first of 3 times this happened in the inning. Later in the inning, Boston doubled off the wall in right field. Tom O'Malley and Sid Fernandez scored, and the Mets led 3-0 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. RBIs 29-30 for Boston. After the inning ended, Villanova had his fingers taped together so that Maddux could see the signs better. Then, the top of the 5th inning, Mets starter Sid Fernandez got some fine defensive help from a shortstop, Howard Johnson, who made a diving stop on Shawan Dunston's ground ball off the middle and threw him out 6-3. Nice play by the Mets shortstop, Howard Johnson. At one point, Fernandez retired 20 straight batters after Ryan Sandberg doubled with 1 out in the 1st. Then, in the 8th inning, Luis Salazar got the Cubs' 2nd hit, a solo home run in left field, his 10th of the season, his 37th RBI, and the Cubs on the board. The score was 5-1. That was the final. In the top of the 9th inning, Fernandez finished off his 2nd complete game victory of the season when Mark Reyes fouled out to the catcher to end the game. The Mets won 5-1. Fernandez got the win. He's 8-8. He allowed just 3 hits, struck out 6, and walked none. Greg Maddux got the loss. He's 9-10. His 5-game winning streak is over. With the Pirates' loss in Pittsburgh, the Mets move into first place in the National League East as they defeat the Chicago Cubs by the score of 5-1 Friday evening in New York. Friday evening from Montreal, Andres Galarraga and the Expos took on the Philadelphia Phillies in the bottom of the 1st inning with no score. Galarraga got the Expos on the board when he grounded a single right field. This knocked in Tim Raines, RBI 60 for Galarraga, and the Expos led 1-0. In the bottom of the 2nd inning, they increased their lead to 2-0 when Spike Owen doubled down the left field line, knocking in Mike Fitzgerald all the way from first base. He was running on the pitch, and the Expos led 2-0 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. They later made the score 3-0 on a ground out. Then the top of the 6th inning, a rare occurrence at a baseball game, or in fact anywhere, some form of Canadian currency came floating down from the upper deck, and various fans reached out to grab it, and finally snagged by this fan right here. And the very next pitch, the Phillies got on the board as Charlie Hayes singled the middle off Cam Boyd. Dale Murphy scored, RBI 45, and the score was 3-1. Later, sac fly made the score 4-1. As Montreal had the lead, well, Cam Boyd pitched a strong game, allowing just 1 run on 4 hits, walking 2, striking out 4 over 6 innings, and here back in the 1st, he struck out Von Hayes, the first of his 4 strikeouts in the game. In the top of the 9th inning, with 2 outs, the Phillies made things really interesting as Darren Dolan attempted for a 2-run home in right field off Montreal reliever Tim Burke. It was his 9th home run this season, and the lead was cut to 4-3 as Len Dykstra scored on the home run. Steve Fry then replaced Tim Burke, and he got the next bat of Von Hayes to fly out to right field to end the game. The Expos won 4-3. Boyd got the win, he's 7-4. Terry Mulholland got the loss, he's 6-6. Steve Fry picked up his 5th save this season.
This update from California, Greg Olson on the mound for the Orioles. Runners at 1st and 3rd, 1 out. The batter is Max Venable. And Greg Olson, who came in and got himself out of a bases-loaded jam in the bottom of the 8th, will get himself out of this one as Venable grounds it to the sure-handed shortstop, Cal Ripken, who throws home to Bob Melvin. They get Lee Stevens at the plate. Later on, Devon White will ground out to Greg Olson to end the inning, so they're going to extras in California.
In the top of the 9th inning, Mike Scully came in and picked up his 29th save of the season when Rick Lancelletti ran out to 1st to end the game. Mariners won 4-1. Randy Johnson got the win. He's 10-7. And the Kicking got the loss.